Hello, welcome to Jewellery, Session 1 with Sarah Blynn Jones. Here's how you make a stretchy bracelet. First of all, if you're using small beads, I would recommend a thinner stretchy material, such as 0.5mm, this type of thing here. But if you're going to make a children's bracelet or something with heavier beads, I would recommend 0.7mm upwards to make it even more stretchy. Right, to begin with, I'm going to use a selection of beads, and in order to make this bracelet here, as you can see, it's one either end to the ratio of 3. So all we do here is we have the elastic, you stand up, I want 5 foot of elastic, so you just drop this to your toes, cut it from your chin to your toes if you are 5 foot, and then I'm going to start with the red on the outer. So this is all I'm going to do now, is I'm going to thread one bead on one side here, and then another bead, these are vintage red beads, on the other side there. Now here comes the tricky part. I now would like to have 3 at the bottom to follow this pattern, so I'm going to take 3 of these beads here and I'm going to follow them on the bottom edge here, on the right hand side if you're right-handed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 beads there of our choice. We can use big beads such as these as the outer or the inner beads. Those are the outer, those are the inner, and we'll see why now, because now I'm going to actually thread through the top. I'm actually going to thread it through the bottom, and you just literally thread it through each bead here, like so. That's the second, that's the third, and then you take the 2 ends together, and then you've actually started making your stretchy bracelets. Then what do you think comes next? 2 red, and then 2 of that colour. Try to stick with the same colour scheme, or you can always be adventurous as well, but I prefer sticking to the same colour scheme. Then at the end of it you use a crimp bead, and you actually crush the crimp bead using a pair of pliers by threading this through that end there, by cutting there, threading this through that end, pulling them through either side, and the same with that end, and then you crush them using a pair of pliers that you can get from a hardware store. They don't have to be fancy pliers from a jeweller's with a grip on them, and that's how easy it is to make stretchy beads. This is even easier. All you do is thread through the flow of the bracelet and then get a thicker crimp, a bigger crimp, and then squeeze it. And there we are, by threading them through either way. There we are.